Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. My name is Amy and we do focus on yoga with this channel, mostly Vinyasa yoga. We're going to go ahead and get started by taking a nice comfortable seated cross-legged position towards the center of the mat. Palms are up, shoulders down and back. Soften your eyes, unhinge your jaw. Inhale through your nose and exhale through your mouth. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, reach your arms up. And exhale, release your right arm down. Side stretch over to your right, getting a nice deep stretch into your left side waist. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Release your left arm down over to the right side of your mat, really opening up into your upper back, reaching all the way down into your lower lats. Inhale, exhale, inhale. And as you exhale, walk your hands to center and begin to fold over your simple seated cross-legged position. Really hinge at your hips, opening into your low back. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. Inhale, walk your hands in, reach your arms up. And exhale, side stretch over to your left. Really breathe deeply into your rib cage. Nice deep, deep, deep breaths. Inhale. Exhale, release your right arm down over to the left side of your mat. Stay here for a couple of breaths. Inhale. Exhale, walk your hands to center and fold forward. I'm going to stay here for 5 breaths this time. And see if you can take your hands just a little bit further forward. Inhale, walk your hands in and start to transition into tabletop position. Try to keep your wrists below your shoulders, knees below your hips. Inhale into cow, gentle back bend, and exhale, round through to cat. Inhale into cow, exhale, round through, inhale, and exhale. We're going to stay here for about 5 breaths. Really think about breathing into your back body. Inhale, come back to a neutral spine. And as you exhale, lift your right elbow up and either reach your arm up into the sky, or if you have a wall, start to use the wall to brace your arm against to get a deeper stretch into your shoulder. Inhale. Exhale, release that arm down. Inhale. Exhale, and switching sides. Again, if you have a wall, I encourage you to use that wall for a little extra leverage to get a deeper stretch into that shoulder. I'm going to stay here for a few breaths. Inhale, exhale, release that arm down and come back to a nice, comfortable seated cross-legged position once again. Inhale, reach your arms up. And exhale, release your right arm down, side stretching over to your right. This time, see if you can start to turn your gaze upward. Inhale, exhale, carve through and shift your arms over to the right side of your mat. Inhale. Exhale and fold over your seated cross-legged position. And again, we're going to hold for 5 breaths. Inhale and walk your arms in, reach your arms up. Exhale, side stretch over to your left. Again, see if you can turn to look upward. Really allow that rib cage to expand. Really think about rooting your sit bones completely into the mat. Inhale, and as you exhale, begin to reach both hands over to your left side of your mat. And from here, go ahead and start to transition into your tabletop position once again. Inhale into cow. Exhale, round through to cat. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale and hold here for a few breaths. Again, really think about breathing into your back body. Inhale to a neutral spine. Exhale, lift your right elbow up, reach your right arm up, or use a wall to create extra leverage, getting a nice deep stretch into that shoulder. Make sure not to force it. Inhale, exhale, and release. And go ahead and switch sides. Inhale, exhale, reach your left elbow up and reach your left arm up. Again, with the option of using a wall to get a deeper shoulder stretch. Inhale, exhale, release that arm down. Inhale into cow. Exhale, round through to cat. Inhale. Exhale, and this time inhale and hold cow for a few breaths. Inhale, and as you exhale, take your hips back to your heels, extending your arms towards the top of your mat into child's rest. And again, we're going to hold for 5 breaths, and once again, really think about breathing into your back body. Inhaling through your nose, exhaling through your mouth. Inhale to tabletop position, and exhale, curl your toes under, knees and hips come up to downward facing dog. And again, I'm going to try to adjust myself so that you can see my form. You do not have to keep your heels all the way into the mat. You do not have to keep your legs fully extended. What I do want you to put the focus on is the elongation of your spine and your hinge at your hips. Really think about pressing evenly through all 4 corners of both hands. Inhale, exhale, knees to the mat. And once again, come back to a nice, comfortable seated cross-legged position. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, side stretch over to your right. Inhale, and exhale, use your left arm to take your head over to your left shoulder and take your left hand into your low back. See if you can turn to look upward. Breathe deeply. Inhale, reach up, and exhale, release both arms down, fingertips grazing the mat. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, side stretch over to your left. Inhale, exhale, use your right arm to take your head to your right shoulder and place the back of your left hand to your low back. Again, see if you can turn to look upward. Breathe deeply. You should feel a nice stretch all the way from your neck down into that shoulder. Inhale, reach up, and exhale, fold over that seated cross-legged position. And we're going to hold for 5 breaths. And again, see if you can walk your hands even further forward without forcing it. Inhale, walk your hands in, and again, come back to tabletop position. Inhale into cow. Exhale, round through to cat. Inhale into cow. Exhale, inhale. And exhale, hold here for 5 breaths. Inhale and exhale, take your hips back to your heels, returning to extended child's rest. And again, for 5 breaths. Inhale back to tabletop. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale. And as you exhale, go ahead and walk your feet forward, coming into forward fold. And again, just like with downward facing dog, you don't have to keep your legs fully extended. In fact, if you find that one leg is a little bit more flexible than the other, you may certainly feel free to extend that leg. Inhale. And exhale, go ahead and wrap your fingertips around the back of your legs. Really think about fanning open your shoulder blades, getting a nice deep stretch into your thoracic spine, or as I like to call it, the rib cage part of the spine. Inhale, exhale, bend both knees. Inhale, come all the way up to standing, one vertebrae at a time, and come to a nice neutral posture. Inhale, reach your arms up, and exhale, once again, fold forward. Inhale, step your right leg back, transitioning into a pyramid, and you don't have to keep the lead leg fully extended. I do want you to focus especially on your spine. So we're going to inhale and reach those arms forward. Really take your time to find your balance. And exhale, sweep the arms back. From here, we have the option of either clasping the hands into the low back or reaching up to or towards the scapula, allowing the elbows to round downward, getting an opening into those shoulders. Do not force it. Inhale. Exhale and slide your arms down. Reach your fingertips back and take your arms down. Inhale. Exhale, step forward. Inhale all the way back up to standing. Reach up. And exhale, fold. Again, adjust to yourselves accordingly. Really listen to your body. If you need to extend one leg and bend the other, you can. If you would like to fully extend both legs, you can as well. And go ahead and take your hands around the back of your legs. Nice deep breaths. Inhale. Exhale, release your arms down. Bend both knees. And from here, inhale, step the left leg back, transitioning back to pyramid pose. And again, we're really putting the focus on the spine in relation to the shoulders. So we're going to inhale and reach those arms forward. Really take your time to find your balance. Exhale, sweep the arms back. Either take your hands to your low back or see if you can take your hands to your scapula, whichever feels most appropriate for you. Breathe deeply. Inhale, reach those arms back. Exhale, release the arms down. Inhale, exhale, step forward. Inhale all the way up to standing. Reach your arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, step your right leg back, followed by your left. Coming back into downward facing dog. And either keep both legs fully extended or bend both knees or bend one leg. Deep breaths. Inhale. Exhale, take your knees to the mat. And take your hips to your heels. Returning to child's rest. Inhale, come all the way up to a nice, comfortable seated position with your hips into your heels. We're going to reach those arms up. And exhale, take your hands to the back of your head and start to draw your chin towards your chest. We're really lengthening into the back of the neck. I do not want you to feel like you're forcing this stretch. So if this does feel forced, go ahead and take your arms down. Just make sure that you're really taking the shoulders down and locking the scapula together. Inhale, exhale, fold forward, and bring those arms back this time. Fingertips reaching towards the back of the mat. Really think about allowing the shoulders to round downward. And for this next posture, we have a couple of different options. Either keep your toes pointed towards the back of the mat so that you're resting on the top of your feet, or we could lift the hips and curl the toes under. Just really make sure that you're not forcing that stretch. If you have any structural concerns with your feet, such as any bunions or hammer toe, I would strongly suggest not to tuck your toes under. From here, inhale, begin to lift your hips up, rolling onto the crown of your head. And we have the option of wrapping the fingers around the heels. Again, really focusing on those shoulders. And see if you can start to take the hips just a little bit further forward. Inhale, exhale. You should feel a pull into your shoulder blades. Inhale, exhale, release your hips back to your heels, release your toes. Coming back to child's rest with arms down by your side. And again, either stay resting on top of your feet or curl the toes under. Inhale, lift the hips. Wrap your fingertips around the heels. Deep breaths. Really putting that stretch, that opening into the scapula, into the shoulders, and that upper back. Inhale, exhale, hips to heels. Coming back to child's rest. And again, either modified or with the toes curled under. Inhale, lift the hips, rolling onto the crown of your head. We're going to stay here for 10 breaths this time. Inhale, exhale, take your hips back to your heels. Inhale, come all the way back up to sitting. Reach your arms up. And exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way back up, reach. And again, exhale, fold. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, take your arms forward, hands to the mat. Inhale to tabletop. Cross your ankles and roll back into the mat. Feet forward, knees bent. Inhale, reach your arms forward. Exhale, release all the way down into the mat, one vertebrae at a time. Inhale, reach your arms up. And exhale, press your hands into the mat, lift the hips. Inhale. Exhale, lower the hips down. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to the mat, press up. Inhale, exhale, release the hips down. One more time like this. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, press your hands to the mat, lift the hips. Inhale, exhale, release. This time, inhale, reach up. And bring your knees together. Exhale, press. Lift the hips as high as you can get them to go without allowing the knees to separate. Inhale. Exhale, release the hips back down. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, press your hands into the mat. Lift the hips, knees together. Inhale. Exhale, release. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, press and lift, knees together. One last time like this. Inhale, exhale, and release. This time, inhale, reach up. Exhale, press the hips up, and you're going to draw the knees nice and wide. Try to lift the hips as high as you can get them to go. The purpose of this is for you to feel the relation of your low back and your hips into your shoulders. So from this position, I want you to try to really lock your scapula or shoulder blades together. Really think about pressing the shoulders down into the mat, pressing your hands down into the mat. Inhale, exhale, release the hips down, release the shoulders. And again, inhale, exhale, you're gonna press, press, press. Scapula drawn together, knees wide, engaging all the way through from your shoulders all the way down into the low back, reaching into the hips. Inhale, exhale, release. And again, one last time, strengthening into your shoulders and back. Inhale, exhale, press up, knees come wide. And hold this time for 10 breaths. See if you can lift the hips just a little bit higher. See if you can bring the shoulder blades together just a little bit more. Inhale, exhale, and release. I'll go ahead and take your knees to your chest. Wrap your fingers around your knees and start to press the knees away. And you're using the strength of your arms to keep the knees from coming away from your chest. Press, press, press. Just a few more breaths. Inhale, exhale, release. And again, press the knees away, using the strength of your arms, reaching all the way up into your shoulders. Even start to feel that strengthening into your glutes. I want you to feel like you're really flexing those muscles. Breathe deeply. 3 more breaths. And release. And again, inhale, nice deep breath, and press the knees away. Now, these exercises that we are doing, these strengtheners for the back, for the shoulders, for the hips, this can be done either laying on a mat, laying on the floor, or even laying on your bed. You can do this just by laying on your bed. Just a couple more breaths. See if you can push just a little bit more. And release. All right, go ahead and slide your left leg along the mat, keeping the foot nice and flexed, toes spread wide. Inhale. Exhale, lengthen that right leg. I'm getting a nice long stretch into the back of that leg. Now I want you to start to pull the leg in just a little bit more if you can, without force it, and then release. Do not force that stretch. Again, see if you can pull that leg in a little bit more and release. And again, pull. So you should notice that you're engaging a little bit into the shoulder, a little bit into the biceps, into the forearm. And I want you to really focus on hollowing into your abdomen. So you're going to engage your abdominals to pull that leg in and release. Go ahead and take that leg down and switch sides. Take the other knee to your chest. Feet flex, toes spread nice and wide. Begin to lengthen that left leg. And remember, everybody typically has one side that's a little different from the other, so really listen to your body. From here, see if you can pull that leg in just a little bit more, engaging that arm, and release. And again, really think about engaging the abdominals, but also hollow into your abdomen. And pull, 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 just a couple breaths, and release. And one last time, pull that leg in and release. Go ahead and take that leg down and take the right knee to your chest. This time you're going to extend the right leg. And I want you to really focus on tucking in the tailbone. Draw your navel in towards your spine and very, very slowly start to come all the way up. Now, I want you to try to keep from allowing yourselves to use momentum. And then carefully, one vertebra at a time, you're going to come all the way back down. Again, think about that pulling motion. So we're lengthening into the back. We're engaging into the abdominals. You're engaging into your shoulders, into your arms. Nice and slow. Try not to lose the slowness of that movement. Now see if you can pull the leg in a little bit more and release the leg down. Switching sides, left knee to your chest. Lengthen that leg. Really think about engaging and locking in your body. Really think about drawing the navel in tight and slowly come all the way up without using momentum. And again, slowly tip back, nice and controlled, locking in your base body, which includes the base leg. Try not to lose it. One vertebra at a time. And release. Take your knees to your chest. Gently rock from side to side. So you might have felt a lot of engaging into the center of your abdominals, from your upper abdominals into what we call our transverse abdominis muscles, which that's part of our core. So it's very important that we lock in that core in order to maintain the control of that movement. Inhale, exhale, take your feet into the mat. And it's time to come into our Shavasana. Now, if you would rather take your feet wide today and draw the knees inward to concentrated rest pose instead of going into corpse, you can. Otherwise, we do have the option of releasing into corpse or Shavasana. So go ahead and slide out the right heel, followed by the left. Arms down by your side, palms up. Soften your eyes. Start to really let go of any tension that you may still be holding on to throughout your entire body, from your fingertips traveling all the way down to your toes. Allow your eyes to drift closed. Begin to really let go of any strenuous thoughts that may still remain. I want you to feel as though your mind is drifting towards the sky and your body is sinking deep within the earth. Let go and focus only on your breathing. As soon as you feel ready, go ahead and start to wiggle your fingers and toes. If you feel like remaining in Shavasana a little bit longer today, of course, you may certainly feel free to do so, and I invite you to do so. And when you're ready, go ahead and slide in your right heel, followed by your left. Take your right or your left arm underneath your ear, roll over either onto your right side or your left side. And keep your eyes closed for a few moments. We're going to remain here, very gradually allowing our body to wake up. Use the strength of your arms to come all the way up to seated cross-legged position, allowing your eyes to drift open. Palms are up, index finger to thumb. Inhale through your nose. See if you can start to tip your chin up slightly, lengthening into the front of your neck. Exhale through your mouth. Take your gaze forward. Again, inhale, start to tip the chin up slightly. And exhale, gaze forward. One last time, inhale. Exhale. Go ahead and take your hands to heart center. Namaste. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. And of course, if you have any suggestions of areas of the body that you would like for me to put more focus on, feel free to drop a comment below. And remember, this is a safe space. Any ideas, suggestions, anything that you would like to put forth, of course, feel free to add any comments below with respect, of course. And don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that notification button. Thanks again, everybody. Peace.